Hello young orthopods, how are you? I am back with a new video where we will be discussing about a very interesting aspect of spine examination, and that is popularly known as Schauber's test. We have modifications of Schauber's test, and right now we have three forms of Schauber's test. One is the Schauber's test, one is modified Schauber's test, and the third one is modified Schauber's test. So when we hear these words, it gives a confusion in our mind. So we will go through all the three tests step by step and get all our confusions cleared, and now onwards we will be able to examine the spine in a better way. So whenever we are performing the Schauber's test, the patient has to stand keeping both his feet parallel on the ground and keeping both the legs 30 centimeters apart. So this is the position in which the patient should stand, and when he is bending forward, he has to maintain this distance. So here you can see ST, which stands for the original Schauber's test, MST, which stands for the modified Schauber's test, and MMST, which stands for modified Schauber's test. So we will go one by one, and first of all we'll start with original Schauber's test. So we have to identify the highest point of iliac crest, which corresponds to the L3 vertebra. So we have marked the L3 vertebra spinous process here. Then we go down and identify the spinous process of L5 vertebra. So this point I, which is the spinous process of L5 vertebra, is the first landmark in the original Schauber's test. Then using an inch tape, we mark a point 10 centimeter above this point I, which is the point A. After marking this point, we tell the patient to flex forward. Try attempt touching his feet without bending the knees. And we measure the excursion between the point A and the point I. So here we can see the excursion between the point A and the point AI is 2 centimeter, because originally the distance was 10 centimeter, but when he bent forward, this changed to 12 centimeter. Now let's come to the modified Schauber's test. So when we are doing modified Schauber's test, we first of all identify the dimple of Venus, which is the point O. So you can see the dimple of Venus, and this we have drawn a straight line here, which is the point O. Then we draw a line B, which is 10 centimeter from the point O, and another line D, which is 5 centimeter caudal to the point O. Then again we will tell the patients to bend forward, and we will measure the excursion between the point B and point D. Here you can see the distance between B and D is now 16 centimeter. So the original distance was 15 centimeter and it has changed to 16 centimeter. So there is hardly excursion of 1 centimeter between the point B and point D. So in the modified Schauber's test, we again identify the dimple of Venus and draw a straight line O at the dimple of Venus. Then we mark a point 5 centimeter caudal to the O, which is the point D. Then we mark a point 15 centimeter cranial to the point O, which is the point C. And then we put an inch tape between C and D. And then we tell the patient to bend forward. And we measure the excursion between the point C and point D. The original distance was 20 centimeter and now there is distance of 22 centimeter. So there is excursion of 2 centimeter between the point C and point D. Let's re-emphasize the points. So in the original Schauber's test, the distance or the excursion between the point A and point I was measured. In the modified Schauber's test, the excursion between the point B and point D was measured. And in the modified Schauber's test, which is more accurate as per the recent literature, the excursion between the point C and the point D is measured. Now let's come to the interpretation. How much excursion is significant? So whenever we are doing these tests, excursion of 5 or more centimeters is a normal finding. But if the excursion between these points is less than 5 centimeter, then the test is called positive. If we go by recent review of literature, the most accurate among these three tests is modified Schauber's test, and the original Schauber's test has become clinically obsolete. These tests, Schauber's test, modified Schauber test and modified Schauber test, are used to diagnose ankylosing spondylitis, various spondyloarthropathies, and also they are used to measure the disability associated with ankylosing spondylitis in clinical scenario as well as medico-legal scenario. And also it guides us in deciding whether our treatment is working or not, because if the medications are working, then gradually the spinal flexibility will increase. So friends, this was all about Schauber's test, modified Schauber's test and modified Schauber's test. So guys, like, subscribe and forward this video to your friends. Thank you.